अस्सलाम वालेकुम। PMS इस्लामिक स्टडीज़ टॉपिक 6 इस्लामिक कोड ऑफ लाइफ। अभी हम डिस्कस करेंगे इसका छठा टॉपिक। इससे पहले हम 5 टॉपिक डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, वो आप इस वीडियो की डिस्क्रिप्शन में उनके लिंक्स देख सकते हैं। इसके अलावा आप किसी भी टॉपिक पे कोई वीडियो चाहते हैं PMS से रेलिवेंट, तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में प्लीज़ डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं। चलें शुरू करते हैं। द इस्लामिक कोड ऑफ लाइफ, आल्सो नोन एज शरिया, is a set of moral, ethical and religious principles that guide Muslims in their daily lives. Sharia is derived from the Quran, the holy book of Islam, and the Hadith, the sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Islamic code of life covers all aspects of life, including personal behavior, family life, business, economics, politics, and governance. Some of the key principles of Islamic code of life include belief in one God. The foundation of Islam is the belief in the oneness of God Allah and that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his messenger. The second is the 5 pillars of Islam. These are the basic practices that every Muslim must follow, including the declaration of faith, shahada, prayer, salah, giving to charity, zakat, fasting during the month of Ramadan, Saum, and the pilgrimage to Mecca, Hajj. Third is morality and ethics. Muslims are expected to live a morally and ethically upright life with honesty, compassion, and fairness towards others. Muslims are encouraged to be kind to their parents, neighbors, and the less fortunate in society. Fourth, family life. Family is highly valued in Islam, and the Muslims are expected to uphold strong family ties, respect their parents, and treat their spouses with love and kindness. Islam also places great emphasis on the rights of women and children and minorities. Fifth is business and economics. Islam promotes fair business practices and prohibits usury interest-based transactions. Muslims are encouraged to be charitable and share their wealth with others. 6. Politics and governance. Islam encourages justice and fairness in governance, and Muslims are expected to participate in the political process to promote the well-being of society. The Islamic code of life provides Muslims with the framework for living a meaningful and purposeful life and for achieving success in this world and the hereafter. It emphasizes the importance of being mindful of Allah in all aspects of life and living in accordance with His commandments. Salient features of Islamic socio-political system. The Islamic socio-political system is based on the principles of justice, equality, and fairness. It is guided by the Quran and Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and is designated to promote the well-being and prosperity of all members of society. Some of the salient features of the Islamic socio-political systems are the sovereignty of Allah. The Islamic socio-political system is based on the belief in the sovereignty of Allah. Allah is the ultimate authority and all human beings are accountable to him. Second is justice and equality. Justice and equality are fundamental principles of Islamic socio-political system. The Quran emphasizes the importance of justice and fairness in all aspects of life, and Muslims are expected to uphold these values in their personal and public lives. Third is consultation, shura. The concept of consultation is essential in the Islamic socio-political system. Muslims are encouraged to consult with one another in decision-making processes, and leaders are expected to seek the advice and guidance of their constituents. Fourth one is the rule of law. The Islamic socio-political system is based on the rule of law. All members of society, including leaders, are expected to abide by the law, and justice is dispensed fairly and impartially. Fifth one is freedom of religion. Islam promotes religious freedom, and Muslims are expected to respect the beliefs and practices of people of other faiths. Sixth one is welfare state. The Islamic socio-political system is designed to promote the well-being and prosperity of all members of society. Islam places great emphasis on caring for the poor, the needy, and the vulnerable. Seventh one is the protection of human rights. The Islamic socio-political system promotes the protection of human rights, including the right to life, liberty, and property. It also emphasizes the importance of respecting the dignity and rights of women, children, and minorities. The Islamic socio-political system provides a comprehensive framework for the governing society, promoting justice and fairness, and ensuring the well-being of and prosperity of all members of society. It is based on the principles of the Quran and the Sunnah and is designed to promote the common good of all. Salient features of Islamic economic system. Islam has its own economic system. So the Islamic economic system is based on the principles of justice, fairness, and social welfare. It is designed to promote economic growth and development while ensuring that wealth is distributed fairly and equitably among all members of society. Some of the salient features of the Islamic economic system are: one is the prohibition of interest riba. The Islamic economic system prohibits usury interest-based transactions and encourages investment in productive activities that benefit society. Profit and loss sharing. The Islamic economic system promotes a system of profit and loss sharing where investors and entrepreneurs share both the profits and losses of their business ventures. Third one is zakat. Zakat is an obligatory charitable contribution that Muslims are required to pay to support the poor and needy in society. It is a means of redistribution wealth and promoting social welfare. Fourth one is the prohibition of monopoly. The Islamic economic system prohibits monopoly and encourages competition in the marketplace. Fifth one is just distribution of wealth. The Islamic economic system promotes the just distribution of wealth and encourages people to share their wealth with others, particularly those who are less fortunate. Sixth one is the ethical business practices. The Islamic economic system promotes ethical business practices, including honesty, fairness, and transparency in transactions. Seventh one is private property. The Islamic economic system recognizes the right to private property but emphasizes that wealth should be used for the betterment of society or community. The economic the Islamic economic system provides a framework for promoting economic growth and development while ensuring that wealth is distributed fairly and equitably among all members of society. It is based on the principle of justice, fairness, and social welfare, and it encourages ethical business practices and the just distribution of wealth. Salient features of Islamic judicial system. The Islamic judicial system is based on the principles of justice, fairness, and equality. It is designed to provide a framework for resolving disputes and ensuring that justice is dispensed fairly and impartially. Some of the salient features of the Islamic judicial system are: one is the rule of law. The Islamic judicial system is based on the rule of law, and all individuals, including leaders, are subject to the law, equal before law. The Quran and the Sunnah is second. The Islamic judicial system is based on the Quran and the Sunnah, the traditions and the practices of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which provide guidance for all aspects of life, including the judicial system. Third one is the equality before the law. All individuals are equal before the law, regardless of their social status, race, or religion. Fourth one is the right to a fair trial. The Islamic judicial system provides the right to a fair trial for all individuals, including the right to legal representation and the right to appeal. Fifth one is the principle of innocent until proven guilty. The Islamic judicial system operates on the principle of innocent until proven guilty, and the burden of proof is on the accuser. Sixth one is the judges and judiciary. The Islamic judicial system has a specialized judiciary, and the judges are appointed based on their knowledge, integrity, and competency. Seventh one is arbitration and mediation. The Islamic judicial system encourages arbitration and mediation as a means of resolving disputes, particularly in the cases involving private matters. Eighth one is the restitution and compensation. The Islamic judicial system emphasizes restitution and compensation as a means of remedying harm caused by the wrongdoing. The Islamic judicial system provides a comprehensive framework for resolving the disputes and ensuring that justice is dispensed fairly and impartially. It is based on the principles of justice, fairness, and equality, and it encourages arbitration and mediation as a means of resolving disputes. The system emphasizes the rights of the accused and provides a specialized judiciary to ensure the fair and impartial administration of justice. Then next is the salient features of Islamic administrative system. The Islamic administrative system is based on the principles of justice, accountability, and consultation. It is designed to provide a framework for the efficient governance and effective administration, like ensuring that the rights and welfare of citizens are protected. Some of the salient features of the Islamic administrative system are first one is Shura consultation. The Islamic administrative system emphasizes the importance of consultation between leaders and citizens, particularly in the matter of public policy and governance. Second one is the justice and equality. The Islamic administrative system promotes justice and equality in all aspects of governance, including the distribution of resources, opportunities, and services. Third one is accountability. The Islamic administrative system emphasizes the importance of accountability for leaders and officials, particularly in the matters of public trust and resources. Fourth one is the decentralization. The Islamic administrative system encourages decentralization and devolution of power to local authorities and communities. Fifth one is the public participation. The Islamic administrative system promotes public participation in decision making processes, particularly in the matters affecting their lives and well being. Sixth one, the efficient administration. The Islamic administration system emphasizes the importance of efficient and effective administration, particularly in the matter of service delivery and resource management. Seventh one is the public service. The Islamic administrative system encourages leaders and officials to view public service as a means of fulfilling their duty to God and serving the welfare of their fellow citizens. Eighth one is the meritocracy. The Islamic administrative system emphasizes the importance of meritocracy in the selection of leaders and officials based on their knowledge, competency, and integrity. In concluding statement, we can say the Islamic administrative system provides a comprehensive framework for efficient governance and effective administration while ensuring that the rights and welfare of citizens are protected, and it is based on the principles of justice, accountability, and consultation, and it encourages decentralization, public participation, and meritocracy in decision making processes. The system emphasizes the importance of efficient and effective administration, particularly in the matters of public service and resource management. The last topic is ijtihad and its forms. Ijtihad is a term used in Islamic law that refers to the process of making a legal decision by using independent reasoning based on the available sources of Islamic law. Ijtihad literally means striving or making an effort. The concept of ijtihad is important in Islamic law because it allows the law to adapt to changing circumstances and to new situations. There are two main forms of ijtihad in Islamic law. Individual ijtihad, this is the process of legal reasoning undertaken by a qualified jurist known as a mujtahid. An individual mujtahid applies their own reasoning to derive legal ruling from the primary sources of Islamic law, namely the Quran and the Sunnah, as well as from secondary sources such as consensus, ijma, and analogy, qiyas. Individual ijtihad was the dominant form of legal reasoning during the early period of Islamic history, when there were many independent scholars who could engage in legal reasoning. Second type is collective ijtihad. This is the process of legal reasoning undertaken by a group of qualified jurists known as mujtahidun. Collective ijtihad emerged during the later period of Islamic history when the Muslim world became more centralized and jurists became more dependent on state support. In collective ijtihad, a group of qualified jurists come together to derive legal rulings reasoning from the primary and secondary sources of Islamic law, uh, the Quran and the Sunnah. Collective ijtihad is based on the principle of agreement ijma among the jurists, and it is typically used to resolve new or complex legal issues that cannot be resolved through individual ijtihad alone. In addition to these two forms of ijtihad, there is also a third form known as creative ijtihad or ijtihad al-rai, ijtihad by personal opinion. This form of ijtihad involves the use of independent reasoning based on the personal opinion to derive legal rulings. However, it is a controversial form of ijtihad and is not generally recognized in mainstream Islamic law, as it is considered to be a departure from the traditional sources of Islamic law.